Hi everyone, it's your favourite creative bug here with a new video for you. So first things first, this is me and my friend Am. I've known Am going on 5 years this coming spring, and last autumn she so kindly commissioned a mini me doll. With her input every step of the way, I did indeed manage to make her one. First we talked design, what colour hair, what base doll to use. We went with G3 Clio, and I took inspiration from her lights and general style to come up with these two designs. You'll see we ended up with something in the middle. First thing I did, prep the doll. This meant cutting the original hair off, waterboarding her in boiling water to soften the head, removing the head, removing the glue and the hair inside the head, and finally wiping the face off with acetone. Once that was all done, I washed the head and reattached it to the body. Now the next thing I wanted to do was attempt to make shoes out of paper mache, as shown in many of Dollightful's videos. So I grabbed some cling film, scissors, some junk mail that had been posted through my letterbox, and combined with a paste I made from flour, water and glue, started to work on shoes. That part wasn't an issue. However, I brought metal and air dry clay into the mix, as I needed a way to make the shoes into platform high heels, and unfortunately this led to the demise of the homemade pair of shoes. As I was on a time crunch trying to get the doll finished before my family went on holiday, I sent photos of factory made pairs of G3 shoes to my friend, and she picked out the last pair, which I had already started to mess with before. So I painted them green and used a chrome marker to detail them. With that, the shoes were done. Onto the clothes. I chose stretchy cotton fabrics for the top and a tartan polyester for the trousers. Once I chose the materials, I had to find patterns that fit. I did that by modifying Dollightful's big sister pattern, link in the description, to be slightly larger to accommodate the different body type. The only bit I didn't change was the pattern for the buttons. They were wide enough at the waist that it wasn't necessary, and I was adding a black ripped effect to the sides using black embroidery thread, so the legs didn't need to be widened this time either. What are clothes without accessories? Well, as you may have seen, myself and Am have what we call our friendship necklaces, and I knew I had to replicate it for Mini Am. So, using pliers and all the patience I had, I painstakingly took a small metal jewellery ring, bent it into a heart shape, and managed to get a bead to stay between the tiny untouching area. Afterwards, I made the chain, adding a clasp at the back for ease of removal, and then I made matching earrings. After all that, I moved on to the face-up. This part was really difficult because I had to get the doll to look as close to my dear friend's face as I possibly could. So I asked for a bunch of photos, and off camera I placed my tablet where I could look at the photos to reference them. I also took breaks recording, as I would need to message Am to ask which colours she would like me to use in the doll's makeup, and occasionally checking if the shade was what she wanted. as she did pay a pretty penny for this doll, and despite her being so sweet with allowing me a fair amount of creative freedom, I did want to be sure she was indeed happy with the doll's outcome. This doll's face-up actually took me a long time, several days in fact, to do. And sadly, on the second to last day, when I was recording the best part, the eyes, my phone died, meaning I had to hit pause on it. Add to that, I messed up by not hitting record the next day when I did complete the face-up, having only one photo taken at the midway point that I captured using Snapchat on my tablet. I also wasn't able to film painting the doll's nails as I had to have them super close to my face to get them accurate enough. Sadly, a few things went wrong recording wise at the end. I wasn't able to reroute the doll before I left on holiday, and when I got back a few days later, I was in no state to record myself, but I didn't want Am to have to wait even longer for her doll. So I spent the time I was bedbound rerouting the doll with yarn hair me and my best friend of a decade, Ash, made together before I left on holiday. Finally, once rerouted, I styled the hair exactly how me and Am had discussed at the start of all of this. At last, after almost 2 months, the doll was finished, and the following weekend, me and Am went up to Wondon Hall, spent some quality time together, and took photos of her and her mini-me together.